Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
911.
Hey! Please get someone to my office.
What's going on?
Please, my girlfriend, I think she just shot herself with blood everywhere, please.
She what?
She shot herself, please.
Ma'am, I need you to calm down.
It's sir.
Ma'am, listen to me.
It's sir. Listen, hang on. Let me tell you the truth. I work with y'all. Get someone here now.
This is Jeremy Banks. He's calling for help because his girlfriend is lying in a pool of her own blood, holding his gun. You see, Jeremy Banks is actually a sheriff's deputy in St. Augustine, Florida. And his girlfriend, Michelle O'Connell, well, she wasn't supposed to die tonight. John, you've worked in law enforcement. What's striking about this 911 call?
There's so much about the 911 call that got my attention. Seconds count in a life or death situation, but Jeremy Banks chose to take the time to demand the dispatcher call him sir. Her disrespecting him had to be immediately addressed.
Because the way Jeremy set the stage for us, he told our dispatcher that my girlfriend shot herself, but you get there and there's just too much that didn't play out right.
The sheriff had already made up his mind.
That case was a suicide, tragic suicide. That truthfully could have been predicted. Jeremy Banks had nothing to do with that case.
A year ago, when we first started looking into this story, we learned that someone else had already been doing their own investigation. Not a detective, not a private investigator, but a private citizen named Eli Washtock.
And he was digging up all kinds of new information. But then one day, before he could finish his investigation, somebody killed him.
New at 10, Only Action News Jax was able to get to the condo, and you can see there the door has been replaced. Someone was after them.
So what did you think when you heard he was killed?
Yeah, you ask me, there's no doubt in my mind. It's all tied together somehow. Dude, he was a quiet guy. The only thing he was doing with his life was investigating this murder, and all of a sudden, boom, supposedly he's turned up some good stuff, and now he's gone.
What happened to all the evidence he collected? And why was someone after him? Now, we're picking up the Michelle O'Connell death investigation where he left off.
You're not a bad man, you're not a bad man, I'm not a bad woman. You're not a bad man, you're not a bad man, I'm not a bad woman.
From the creators of Twisted and Pretend podcasts, this is Criminal Conduct, Season 1, an investigative podcast looking into the death of Michelle O'Connell and the murder of Eli Washtock.
The body, bury the body, bury the body, bury the body, bury the body for me.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.